Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Ivy English. I'm Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Well, it's July 4th. It's a big day in the United States. This is Independence Day over there. And for you, we have Blue Skies Explained. It's nice to have blue skies on Independence Day instead of rain.
Bruce 老师刚刚讲的，今天是美国的独立纪念日。那如果是晴天的话，非常好。
Okay, I'll read through the article. You have probably looked up at the sky on a sunny day and were amazed that it was so blue. But have you ever wondered why the sky appears to be this color? Why isn't it green or purple? The blue color of the daytime sky is due to a scientific phenomenon called Raleigh scattering. It's when sunlight entering the Earth's atmosphere interacts with gas molecules such as nitrogen and oxygen, causing the light to scatter in all directions. The blue color we see is caused by the shorter wavelength of blue light, which is scattered more than other colors of light by the small gas molecules. As a result, blue light dominates the light we see, giving the sky its blue hue. Violet actually has the shortest wavelength, but since our eyes are less sensitive to violet light, the sky doesn't appear purple. The angle of the sun also plays a role in the color of the sky we see. When the sun is directly overhead, the blue light is scattered evenly in all directions, making the sky appear bright blue. However, when the sun is closer to the horizon, sunlight has to pass through more of the Earth's atmosphere, causing even more scattering of the blue light and allowing the longer wavelengths of colors such as red, orange, and yellow to pass through to our eyes. Additionally, when these lights bounce off larger dust particles or water vapor, the sky glows red. On cloudy or overcast days, the sky appears white or gray because the clouds scatter all colors of light equally. Now, when someone asks why the sky is blue, you'll know how to answer.
It's blue because it's blue.
这基本上的确那个天空是蓝的，因为那就是蓝光。
You have probably looked up at the sky on a sunny day, but not directly at the sun because that's bad for your eyes.
No.
What's the difference between sun and sunny? Is the difference between the noun and the adjective. So it's a sunny day. It's a day full of sun. And you might have looked up at the sky and been like, it's amazing because it was so blue. Wow, pretty.
所以 you have probably 你也许曾经 looked up at the sky 就是仰望天空。那 look at the sky 那但是方向是 up 所以是 looked up at the sky。然后呢是 on a sunny day 在一个阳光普照的一天 sunny 在这里是形容词，阳光普照的，充满阳光的。然后呢 and were amazed that 好 to be amazed at 就是对什么感到很讶异， amazed 在这里就是 to affect with great wonder 你觉得怎么这么奇妙。所以这里有两个动作，你可能第一个动作曾经在阳光普照的一天仰望天空，第二个动作你对这个天空是这么的蓝感到很讶异。
But have you ever wondered why the sky appears to be this color? Why isn't it green or purple? I remember as a kid asking my father, why is the sky blue? And he changed the subject. And I didn't find out until I was in high school.
Because it's not actually that easy to explain. I think that this article did a pretty good job of it.
Yeah.
所以呢，这个你曾经做过这样的事情觉得哇天怎么这么蓝？但是呢 have you ever wondered why 这个你是否曾经好奇想要知道为什么？好，那这是英文很常见的一个语块，就 have you ever wondered why 什么什么什么。对于这件事情你是不是曾经觉得很奇怪想要了解呢？所以在这里就是说你是否曾经很好奇为什么天空呢 appears to be this color appear to be 什么什么就看起来是，所以你会不会觉得奇怪为什么天空看起来是这个颜色呢？ Why isn't it green or purple? 为什么天空不是绿的或者是紫色的呢？
Well, the blue color of the daytime sky is due to a scientific phenomenon called Raleigh scattering. So what's the daytime sky? It's the sky that we can see during the day. There's also the nighttime sky, which is dark, and because it's night. So anyways, it's due to a scientific phenomenon. I love this word phenomenon. And I never say the Chinese correctly, so I'm going to let you say it.
现象.
Thank you. So it's just how things are. It's a situation. It's a scientific situation. I mean, that's the closest you can say to phenomenon. Phenomenon really is a situation of how things are. So it's better to just say phenomenon. And this phenomenon is called Raleigh scattering. It's named after this dude, Raleigh. It could be Raleigh or Raleigh, depending on how you pronounce this name.
Or Raleigh.
Or Raleigh. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of shades of saying this name, so don't worry too much about pronouncing this. Scattering means that things get thrown all over or get spread out very quickly. And when you're talking about light scattering, it means that the light has gotten separated into its component parts and sort of fly all over.
好，所以呢 the blue color 就是蓝色 of the daytime sky. 这个 daytime 就是白天，也就是 the time between sunrise and sunset， 知道 daytime。所以 daytime sky 就是白天的天空。所以白天的天空这个蓝色呢 is due to be due to 就是 because of 因为什么呢？因为一个 scientific 科学的 phenomenon 现象，所以这是一个科学现象。那这个现象呢 called 前面省略了 that is， 所以这个现象 that is called 这个现象被称为 Raleigh scattering。 Raleigh 是一个人的名字，那 scatter 是散射的意思啊。那它的有两个同义字，不完全一样，可是是同义字，是一个是 disperse， 大家可以学起来 disperse disperse， 另外一个是 dissipate dissipate， 这三个字意思稍微有一点不一样，但基本上都是散射、散掉的意思。
It's when sunlight entering the Earth's atmosphere interacts with gas molecules such as nitrogen and oxygen, causing the light to scatter in all directions. So this is an explanation of the Raleigh scattering phenomenon. When sunlight enters the Earth's atmosphere, that light interacts with, sort of plays around with, or is influenced by gas molecules in our atmosphere, which is about 80% nitrogen and 20% oxygen. So the sunlight hits these molecules and be influenced and influence the molecules itself. What the result is really is that the light from our star, the sun, scatters, and we just described that word for you, in all directions. It really is a very, very powerful collision, but on a very, very small scale.
Collision 就是碰撞 C-O-L-L-I-S-I-O-N， 所以是这个分子之间的一些碰撞。那我们看到这个句，他说 It's when 就是这个现象就是当 sunlight 日光 entering 当日光进入 the Earth's atmosphere 进入地球大气层的时候呢，也就是说进入地球的大气层的日光呢 interacts with 这个日光会和什么交互作用呢？和 gas molecules 就是气体的分子 molecules 就是分子，所以进入大气层的日光会跟气体分子交互作用。那这些气体分子是哪些气体分子呢？他后面举例告诉你 such as 例如什么气体分子呢？例如 nitrogen 就是氮气，还有 oxygen 就是氧气。然后呢交互作用之后，那一个分词片语告诉你结果是怎么样呢？就是会 causing the light to cause something to 怎么样，就让这个东西去做这个动作，所以它会在这里会导致 causing 这个光呢去怎么样，去 scatter 就是散掉了 in all directions 往各方向散掉了。
So the blue color we see is caused by the shorter wavelength of blue light. So every color of light has a wavelength. That means how long it fluctuates in a distance. And so a shorter wavelength means it fluctuates more. That's just how it becomes blue. Like we see it as blue because it has a shorter wavelength. Short wavelength light appears as blue to us in our eyes. Now, these shorter wavelength lights are scattered more than other colors of light. So it feels like there's more going on in the sky that's blue because it gets scattered more because it has a shorter wavelength. So the small gas molecules scatter the blue light more, and so we see the blue light.
好，所以呢这个地方 the blue color we see 我们所看到的这个蓝色呢 is caused by 是由什么造成的呢？由 the shorter wavelength 比较短的波长 of blue light 蓝光比较短的波长，所以我们之所以看到蓝色是因为蓝光的波长比较短，然后呢 which 就是指蓝光 is scattered more than 它被散射更多的被散射Then 跟什么比起来呢？跟 other colors of light 其他颜色的光比起来，蓝光因为波长比较短，所以它会被散射的比较多。那它是被什么东西散掉呢？ Is scattered by the small gas molecules 被这个气体分子很小所以它比较会散射或者散射更多的是蓝色的光，所以呢我们就看到蓝光，因为蓝光的波长比较短，所以被散射的比较多。
As a result, blue light dominates the light we see, giving the sky its blue hue. I like that. Blue hue. So consequently, therefore, because of this interaction of the light particles that we call photons, it's an energy particle. When it smashes into molecules of oxygen or nitrogen, the light scatters in all directions, and most of the color that we see is going to be the hue of blue. Hue means a color.
Yeah, it's like a version of a color. Like you could have a light hue or a dark hue or a medium hue of a color.
Right.
对，这个 hue 中文通常会翻成色泽，那它是 gradation of color， 就是颜色会有不同的层次，那 gradation G-R-A-D-A-T-I-O-N， 所以这个 hue 就是一种 gradation of color， 就是一种 tint T-I-N-T.
And it could mean different colors or it could mean different versions of the same color, depending on how you use it.
Yeah, 这个 hue 这个字可以指不同的颜色，也可以指同一个颜色不同的色泽，就是有的比较深一点的，例如说黄色，比较深一点的跟比较浅一点的黄色。好，那这个刚刚 Bruce 老师有用到一个字photon P-H-O-T-O-N 这个叫做光子，或者也有人叫光量子。那我们回来再看看这个句子，这个句子就说这 as a result 就是结果呢 blue light 蓝色的光就 dominates 就是主宰，或者是它成为最重要或者最显著的一个元素，所以蓝色的光呢就主宰了 the light we see， 也就是说我们所看到的光里面呢，蓝色是最显著的，主要就是蓝光的意思。因此呢就会 giving the sky 就会给这个天空呢 its blue hue， 把这个蓝色的色泽给了这个天空。好，那 give the sky 是间接受词， its blue hue 是直接受词，这是一个授予动词， giving the sky its blue hue。Okay,
so you know how we asked in the beginning, why isn't the sky green or purple? I think it's interesting that lots of kids do ask, why isn't the sky purple? And it's interesting because the answer is it actually is, but we don't see it. So there's two answers to the question of why the sky is blue. Let me say the sentence first, and then I'll summarize. So this sentence says that violet actually has the shortest wavelength. So didn't we just say that blue has shorter wavelength, so it scatters more, so we see it more, so the sky is blue? Well, if violet is shorter, wouldn't we see more purple then? But since our eyes are less sensitive to violet light, we just don't see it. So the sky doesn't appear purple. If you ain't got the receptors, you're not going to see the color. So there's two answers. The sky is blue because of short wavelength light, and because we don't see purple that well.
Yeah, 所以很有趣哈。这个地方讲到说，这个 violet 就是这个蓝紫色呢 actually 其实它是有最短的波长 has the shortest wavelength。但是呢 since 因为我们的眼睛呢 are less sensitive to 就比较不敏感，对什么比较不敏感，叫做 are less sensitive to， 我们的眼睛对于蓝紫光比较没有那么敏感，所以呢这个天空看起来不会是紫色的，所以其实紫色的波长最短，但是我们眼睛比较没有那么灵敏，所以看不到。不过刚刚这个 Angela 老师提到说小孩子好像都会问为什么天空不是紫色的，搞不好小孩子的眼睛会看到一点紫色的。
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, because they also ask about green.
Oh, okay.
But I just want to stick something in here. Did you know that animals can see in UV light and we don't?
Oh, yeah.
But animals in UV light have way better colors than they have in regular old human can see light. Actually, UV light makes cooler looking animals.
Oh,
Just
okay.
want to say that just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Our sky actually is purple. We just can't see it.
好，所以这个刚刚 Angela 说呢，其实很多动物它们看得到用紫外线来看到东西，所以它们其实看到的颜色可能比我们看到的颜色可能还更丰富，所以很多动物可能颜色比我们所能看到的还要更漂亮。
Okay, our next paragraph is our last one. The angle of the sun also plays a role in the color of the sky we see. So we talked about one reason we see blue skies when it's clear and we have certain conditions, but that's bluest, if I can use that, when the sky is overhead and is spread out, its light is spread out evenly around the atmosphere above us, then it's going to be a beautiful, bright blue. However, it also depends on the angle of the sun. I just said straight overhead, the sun will be 90 degrees over our head. But what if it has just risen or it's going to set soon and it's 20 or 30 degrees above the horizon? Then what?
好，所以呢，这里讲到说，这个太阳的角度 ，the angle of the sun， 它也 plays a role in， 就是在某个事情里面，它也扮演一定的角色，也就是它也会影响到 the color of the sky we see， 我们所看到的天空的颜色。
So like Bruce said, when the sun is directly overhead, it's like straight up and down, it's noon, it's over our heads, it's not to the left or right of us. And that time, the blue light is scattered evenly in all directions. If something is scattered evenly, it means it has the same amount everywhere. If it's unevenly, it means there's be a lot in one place and a little in another place. So the light is scattered evenly, and this means that everything appears blue, bright blue.
好，所以呢，当这个太阳是 directly 直接的 overhead， 就是 above one's head， 所以太阳直接在我们的头上，也就是跟我们这个地球跟我们所站的点成90度的角度的时候呢，这个蓝光呢 is scattered， 蓝光就被散射的 evenly 平均地 in all directions， 所以蓝光就在所有的方向各个方向呢都很平均的散射，这样子做的状况就会 making 会使得这个天空 appear 看起来是 bright blue， 是很亮的蓝色或者很鲜艳的蓝色。
However, when the sun is closer to the horizon, sunlight has to pass through more of the Earth's atmosphere, causing even more scattering of the blue light and allowing the longer wavelengths of colors such as red, orange, and yellow to pass through to our eyes. Okay, so when the sun is rising or setting, or close to rising, close to setting, sunlight has to pass through more of the Earth's atmosphere. Remember, when we look straight up, one of the reasons that the sky is blue, if there are no clouds, is there's less atmosphere. It's only about 8 kilometers high there. But depending on where you are and you're looking towards the horizon, you could be passing through, the light is passing through dozens of kilometers. So there's no comparison there. When you're looking through a lot of atmosphere, the blue light loses out, and then the wavelengths of colors that are red, yellow, orange, that kind of color, or those colors, those will be the ones that reveal themselves.
OK， 好，所以我们看到说，当这个太阳呢，它比较靠近地平线的时候 ，when the sun is closer to the horizon 的时候呢，日光 sunlight 它必须要 pass through， 它必须要穿过 more of Earth's atmosphere， 它必须要穿过更多的地球大气层。就像刚刚 Bruce 老师讲的，如果太阳在我们的头上的话呢，大概距离我们大概是8公里左右，但如果在地平线的话，那就是数十公里距离我们，所以中间就隔了更多的大气层。那这样就会造成怎么样 ？causing 它就会造成 even more。我们前面讲到说，这个蓝光如果是 scattered more than other colors of light， 那我们就会看到蓝光。但现在呢，这个会造成更多的这个蓝光的散射，可能就过头了，散射的过头了，所以它会造成更多的这个蓝光的 scattering。因此呢，就会让 allowing 让这些比较长波长的颜色，例如说红色、橙色或者是黄色呢，让这些波长比较长的颜色呢，它们可以 pass through。可以穿过来到我们的眼睛，也就让我们能够看到这些颜色。所以蓝光散射比较多的时候，我们会看到只是蓝光，但是如果它散得太多了，过头了，它就会让其他的颜色也让我们看到了。
Additionally, when these lights bounce off larger dust particles or water vapor, the sky glows red. So when the light from the sun hits big dust particles or water vapor. So this happens in cases of smog and pollution or fog, all of these things. In that case, the sky will glow red. And this is why sailors say, red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky at morning, sailor's warning. If the sky glows red in the morning, that means there's a lot of water vapor in the air, which means you're going to get a storm. Red sky at night is just a nice sunset.
好，所以呢，这个 additionally, in addition, 此外呢，当这些光它们 bounce off, 就是从什么东西弹开来的时候，从这个 larger 比较大的这些 dust particles 尘粒，就是这个灰尘的粒子，比较大的灰尘粒子，这类光会从那些灰尘粒子里面弹开来，或者从这个 water vapor 就是水蒸气上面弹开来的时候呢，这个天空就会 glows red。glows 就是闪耀的意思，所以就会闪耀红光。那 glow 这个字它就 shine brightly， 而且通常是 steadily 是很稳定的，那叫做 glow S-T-E-A-D-I-L-Y。那尤其是 glow 通常是没有火焰的，好，所以这是 glow。那刚刚 Angela 老师在讲到说，所以水手们会说呢，如果你早上看到这个天空是红的话，那就表示这一天水汽很多，可能天气会不好。但如果晚上看到，就或者黄昏的时候看到的这是红的话，就没有关系，因为那只是一个黄昏的时候的一个常见的光而已。
On cloudy or overcast days, the sky appears white or gray because the clouds scatter all colors of light equally. So you're not going to get nice colors of the sky, especially on those foggy days or very, very humid days. On a rainy day, you can expect everything to look gray.
好，所以在这个阴天 cloudy 有云的天气，或者 overcast 就是这个满天都是云 clouded over 的意思。在这个时候呢，这个天空看起来是灰色的或者是白色的， white 是白色， gray 是灰色。为什么呢？因为这些云它会散射掉all colors of light， 所有的颜色的光都会被它散射掉，而且是 equally 很平均的，大家都一样，都散掉了，所以看起来是灰的或者白的。
Now, when someone asks why the sky is blue, you'll know how to answer. It's a combination of how the light hits the atmosphere and how our eyes work.
好，所以呢，有人如果问你说，或者如果有人问你说为什么天空是蓝的呢？你现在就知道如何回答了。主要是两个因素，一个是光这个波长的散射，一个是我们眼睛对于什么样的光比较敏感。
Okay, let's look at our questions. Number 1, what makes the sky appear blue in the daytime?
是什么让天空在白天的时候呈现蓝色呢？
The answer is D, the scattering of short wavelength light.
答案是 D， 短波长光的散射。
And number 2, what causes the sky to be reddish or red-colored during sunrise and sunset?
是什么让天空在日出和日落的时候看起来是微红色的呢？
The answer is A. Sunlight passes through more of the Earth's atmosphere, causing reddish colors to be seen.
好，答案是 A， 日光穿过更多的大气层，导致红色被看见。
And number 3, Jenny learned about the sky color in today's science class and took some notes. Which of the following points is not correct according to the passage?
珍妮在今天的理化课学了天空的颜色，并做了一些笔记。那根据本文，下列哪一点不正确？
Well, the answer is C, because number 3 tells us noon, blue light absorbs other lights, making the sky pale blue. That's not the case.
好，答案是 C， 因为 C 是第3点，他说中午的时候蓝光吸收其他光，天空呈现浅蓝色，这不对，所以这个是正确答案。
The blue light eats all the other lights.
Okay, that's it for today's lesson. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.